this area was struck today again. Now, why wouldn't you condemn the killing of dozens of civilians, like 300, maybe less, we don't know, to kill one person? Because that's what the Israeli spokesman said. So he said we went after one militant. Why wouldn't you do that?
So I will say that we are deeply saddened by the loss of civilian life. Whatever the number of lost civilians in this strike or any other strike, we are obviously troubled and deeply saddened by every loss of life. And that's true whether it be Palestinians, whether it be Israelis, and we will continue to make that clear, and we'll make it clear to the Israeli government.
Right. Well, that's okay, but 21 years ago, Ari Fleischer came out and condemned a similar act. The George W. Bush administration condemned an act at the time where Israel killed one Hamas leader, Salah Shahade, and killed 15 others, which is a lot less than what we have seen in the last couple of days. And they condemned it very strongly. So why wouldn't your administration do the same thing?
So I am not able to speak to whatever assessments an administration 20 years ago has made. I will say that we will continue to impress directly upon our Israeli counterparts the need to minimize civilian harm in all of their military activities.
All right. To follow up on Olivia, on what the Secretary said yesterday about, they're looking beyond, what comes next after Hamas is completely destroyed and so on. What kind of system you would have in place in Gaza. And he suggested that you are in talks with a group of governments. Would that include all the Arab governments? Would that include Israel and Saudi Arabia or Egypt and Jordan? Who does that include?
So I don't want to get into any details. As the Secretary said, we have begun to have initial conversations about it. I do want to make one thing clear, which is the future of Palestinian leadership is ultimately a question for the Palestinian people. We have been thinking through and discussing with our partners in the region different post-conflict scenarios, but I'm not able to get into any of those sort of details at this point.
So let me my last question on the internet. The internet and communications have been cut again. Do you have any comment on that? Because you urged the Israelis last weekend to have connectivity again. So are you urging them today to do the same thing?
The internet was cut. It was restored. I will say that we have made clear that we think internet access is important. I just started this briefing by noting that we are going to send emails to American citizens about how to get out of Gaza. We think it's important, obviously, that they be able to have access to those emails. So at times, Israel may need to take operational steps that they have judged they need to take, but I will say as a general principle, it is the position of the U.S. government that internet access needs to remain viable for the people of Gaza.